Okay, front suspension here. Here's the Uuc Sway Bar that goes all the way across. And you get a little bit of a glimpse of one of the power pulleys here that we'll talk about when we talk about the engine upgrades. But there's one of my power pulleys that reduces the drag, parasitic drag on the engine, giving you giving you more horsepower, gives you more torque. Additionally, on the suspension here in front, of course, we changed the bushings to urethanes on the sway bar, and many times I'll show the suspension starting from the side, but I didn't want to distract from the suspension because the first thing you notice when you start from the side is these big red Stop Tech brakes. And we'll talk about that later when we get into brakes, because I am a brakes guy. But what I want to show on the side is I got these ground control lowering springs, and I actually got these from a wrecking yard, Bavarian wrecking yard, Rancho Cordova, California, and I brought all four all the way around. I didn't get coilovers, but for the price, you can't beat it. I think I got these for about $100 a piece, so it's like $400 for all the way around the car. You can't beat that. With Koni's front and back, you can't beat it. So it's awesome. They drive great. I also have up underneath an X brace. You can see it here to support the frame from the bottom. So that was very useful on the track. It helped to keep my frame from tweaking and twisting, and gave me much better control, much better feel, much more feedback from the suspension from the ground to the steering wheel, and that really invokes confidence when you're on the track. So yeah, I put an X-frame on the bottom, and to work with that X-frame, you may have seen at the very beginning, I put a strut bar across my strut towers on top, and this is a solid one. And it absolutely, in my opinion, for the money, is one of the best bangs for the buck that you can do on your car for suspension. It gives you better control, and even if you're not on the track, it gives your car better handling and a smoother ride on the street. And the way it gives you a smoother ride is the stiffening up of the frame makes the suspension do its job and doesn't allow the body to tweak and for the engine bay to close and contract when you go over bumps. So I have one of these on my little Toyota Corolla as well, just because it smooths out the ride so much. So I can't say enough about the strut bar on the top side. Okay, so next I'm going to do the segment on the engine performance, and we'll start from the front and work our way to the exhaust.